Namaskaram, good evening. I know it's been a little while since we've connected, so I wanted to reach out to you and see how you're all doing. And especially this evening, because this evening is significant for me in that it's an anniversary of sorts. It marks 1 week since something happened. And I want to share that story with you right now. So this time last week, I was lying in bed for 2 hours, a full 2 hours, trying to sleep but not able to. So you might think this is not something that anybody would want to celebrate, because most of the time if we think of not being able to sleep, it's because we are worried about something or maybe feeling guilty about something. So there's some negative emotion there that's making us unable to fall asleep. Well, for me last week, it was nothing negative, it was excitement. And the reason I was so excited is because I was able to breathe. We pretty much take our breath for granted most of the time. And it's only when you start to lose something that you really appreciate how wonderful it is. So that's what had happened. You know, I've been really careful here. I've hardly gone out. I've taken all the precautions, but I needed to go out for food. So I went out to a number of different shops and, well, somehow, somewhere I picked up something. And they say here, the guidance is that if you don't have severe symptoms, then you just stay home and self-isolate. So I didn't have any test and I'll never know what it was. All I know is that, among other things, it did impact my breath. So there were a couple of days when I struggled to take a deep breath. I could feel restrictions in my lungs and some discomfort when I tried to take a complete breath. And so those were some of the physical situations that I was dealing with. I was at that time really grateful to have the tool of Simha Kriya, because that was the way that I could actually monitor how things were going with my lungs. Both when they started to deteriorate and when they started to improve again. So I could see, you know, at different points in the day and then in different days compared to each other, how things were going. And I was sitting in bed just before trying to fall asleep that I did Simha Kriya that day 1 week ago, and everything just felt absolutely normal again. The duration was normal, the amount of lung capacity was normal, and the sensations were normal. And that was really so exciting. So I'm really grateful to Sadhguru and to yoga for Simha Kriya, for one thing, for teaching me about food and drink and how they can help the immune system, because I was able to really take care of what I was eating and drinking during that period, to make sure that I was having more of the things that support the immune system. So more honey, black pepper, turmeric, those kind of things. That helped a lot. So I think the yoga practices, I mean, in general, have been helping my immune system to fend off anything that I could pick up. And these tools of how to deal with something when the immune system is threatened were also really useful. And then the third way that yoga really helped is in terms of my emotions. You know, when we're children, when you're sick, that's the time when you get the most love and attention, when somebody is there to pick you up in their arms and, you know, really take care of you and look after you. You get more attention. Somebody makes your favorite food and tries to tempt you to eat and all of these things. So during this situation, when you're self-isolating, well, there's nobody to do all of those things for you, and you have to find it within yourself to make sure that you don't need to rely on other people to make you feel stable. So the yoga was a huge support in that way as well, that I didn't need to reach out to people to make me feel okay. And in fact, I consciously didn't reach out to people because I didn't want them to worry. So I'm only talking now about it because it's finished, and so there's absolutely no need to worry because I'm feeling fine. But at the time, I made sure that I didn't worry people unnecessarily, because anyway, there's nothing they could have done. So the yoga gave me a lot of stability and balance within myself to just see what resources I had to make sure that I could make intelligent decisions about how to look after myself and to get through a few challenging days without it being a traumatic situation. So there we are. I just wanted to share that experience with you because I've come out the other end feeling really, really grateful for my breath and my health. And I wanted to share this with you because I think it's a story that we can learn from, but I also just don't want to forget how I felt when I was lying in bed, how excited I was that I could breathe. I could just simply take a complete breath. And it was the level of excitement that you might have before going on a holiday to like the place of your dreams. It was such a big level of excitement just being able to breathe. I don't want to forget that ever. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. I hope that you're all doing fine, that you're safe and well, and your loved ones are as well. If you need any support, feel free to reach out for me, and I'll do what I can to help you.